What's up guys, welcome back to another 6th anniversary Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to be looking at the red Dragonstone and the purple Dragonstone, and the units that would be best to pick out with if you have the purple one, and for everyone that has the red one. So first things first, let's start off with the red Dragonstone. I haven't looked through the list of these units, and then already I can tell you STR Gogeta is a great pick, but if we keep going down, Janemba, probably the top pick in this entire list. Janemba, STR Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. If you need a really tanky unit, he can nothing can touch him at all. Now, okay, to be fair, his tankiness lasts for 10 turns, and after that it wears off. But like most events aren't that long. Sure, you've got Infinite Dragon Ball History, Fighting Legend Goku events, but other than that, most events he's going to be untouchable. In Super Battle Road, that's like a big one. You know, he cannot be touched in that, even with type disadvantage, which is insane. He's still to this day good. Okay, Topo is extremely good right here. If you don't have him, I highly recommend you pick him up. Dokkan Awaken him and Easy Aim, and he's absolutely an amazing unit to run. Such a great support unit. Who else have we got here that's really good? This Vegeta and this Trunks here. These two are very good. I personally still run them a lot, but they have aged. But if you don't have either of them, they are pretty good, I think. They run well together, but they're both support units. And so, you know, I feel like they should be run together. I believe the way they work is Trunks just straight out supports, and then if he super attacks, he buffs himself, and Vegeta buffs himself, and if he super attacks, he supports. If he gets a super attack off, he'll give a support buff to allies. So there's that. No, I mean, you could just buy an Elder Kai. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that at all. Okay, yeah, so out of the list of these units, there's a couple really obviously good ones. Okay, STR Super Gogeta, although he's been replaced pretty much straight up by the Super Gogeta and his EZA, this guy is still an amazing unit to use if you don't have Gogeta, or I mean, you just want another addition to your STR team, or your Super STR is kind of lacking. This guy is always a nice addition to have. Super Janemba is probably the best pick in this list here, in my opinion. So if you don't have him, he's a really good option. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, again, if you need something super tanky, then he's your choice right there. Topo, of course, you need a support unit, he's the one you want. Okay, he is an absolute must-have unit. I guarantee you will not be sorry if you go for him and like awaken him and fully easy him. You will not regret spending that red stone on him. Other than that, the Vegeta or the Trunks, honestly, either of them, they're both super versatile. They're not super weak. They're kind of relatively mid units at this point. But you don't awaken them, easy them. They're really good still. I personally love them. But yeah, my number one recommendation would probably still be Janemba. He's still really good. But if you don't want to go with Janemba, probably God Topo. I would say God Topo would be the next best option, because he's a support unit, but he can also output a fair amount of damage. So, moving away from the red Dragonstone, if we go to the purple Dragonstone, first of all, would I recommend you buy purple Dragonstones just, like, okay, if we just look at the sales real quick, the loading screen on this has been pretty whack of the last while. So, obviously you buy this 3 times, you get 3 purple stones. Would I recommend you spend, well, in this instance, €45 3 times, over €100 for these? No, I wouldn't. I would not at all. But if you're a whale, okay, or if you've got extra cash to throw around and you have the 3 purple stones, or even just 1, okay, let's start off with the 3 ones. Which out of these units would I recommend you get? Well, for starters, okay, if we look at the LRs stop here at Mighty Mask. Okay, which out of this list seems like the most glaringly obvious good one? Yes, Broly, because not this Broly, easy aid, and he is a top 5 unit in the game. Okay, he is absolutely amazing. So if you're gonna pick a choice here, pick him. However, if you have him rainbowed, or you know, you don't want to, you already have him close to rainbow and you want to get something else, Gohan, easy aid recently, his easy aid is a bit underwhelming, right, but he's still insanely good. and he's a lot better than he was, especially because he just got defense. That's his EZA, basically just gives him more defense. But that's really all he needed. He can already output like still like 6-7 million attack stats plus, like, so, you know, he just needed defense. And the same with Broly, although Broly does do a lot more damage than he used to. But if you don't want either of them, who is still runnable? Well, Int Bojack, if you have the now forget about these two units that come with it. I mean, this AGL Golden Frieza is really good. The Int Super 13 is not great, but if you have the STR Bojack, the Dokkan Fest one, and you run this guy with him, that's an absolute killer combo. Other than that, though, the selection here is kind of meh. You know, they're all old LRs. Although, keep in mind, all of these will at some point get an EZA. So, you're not going to lose. Regardless of what you pick, you're not going to lose out. These are all the originals, and they're all going to EZA at some point. So, out of the non-EZA'd ones, again, Bojack, or I guess Beerus and Whis are still relatively good. You can run them with the physical Beerus, Dokkan Fest Beerus, or the tech Beerus, the older one. He's still alright. They don't really link up with anyone else, though, which is kind of unfortunate. Or Tech Goku Black here is still pretty decent. He turns into Rose and Zamasu. They're still pretty decent to this day. So we look at the two purple stones then. Say if you only have two stones. Out of these, who would I recommend you get? Well, if we look at this here, some of these units are going to be on the banners. So, for example, Angel Golden Frieza, UI Goku, Blue Evolution Vegeta. They're going to be on the banners, so don't pick them. I would recommend not going for them at least. Now, out of these units who are still good, Jiren is alright. Like, he's pretty alright. This guy's going to be coming up on an EZA soon. He's still quite good. Well, sorry, he's still alright. Like, he's alright. He's runnable, but just about. But he's going to be coming up on an EZA soon, and I imagine they'll make him really good. Let's see who else. This Tech Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still not bad either. So if you don't have him, Turles is alright. He can take a hit, but he's a support unit, and he's, you know, he's alright. Like, so if you don't have him, go for him. But I think the best choice here, and 17 is also going to be on the banners, but 17 is probably the best choice here in my opinion. But if you don't want to go for 17, which I would highly recommend not doing because he's going to be on Vegeta's banner, I think, then Super Full Power Super Saiyan... This name always catches me. Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku makes no sense, but whatever. He's a good choice. Jiren's not a bad choice. Turles is an okay choice. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock isn't terrible. He's aged, but he's not terrible. So if you want to go with him, sure. And finally, out of this last list here, these are the 120s, and then of course just on top we've got this AGL Rose and Physical Vegeta Blue. Straight away, you don't have Physical Vegeta Blue, buy him. Buy him. Like, he, again, one of the best units in the game. Of course, separately, not looking at Alors or whatever, but just look at EZA units. I would still consider the best EZA unit in the game. Rose is not bad. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, absolutely insane. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, insane. Int, Super Gogeta, insane. You know, all these units, really, whoever you pick, you're not going to lose out on. I promise you. Okay? Any of these units is a good pick. Any of them. Now, sure, like, Physical Cooler, for example, doesn't have his EZA and Global, but he will get it, and he's going to be OP. He doesn't have his EZA and Global, right? I'm not just... I'm starting to lose my mind right now. This is... he doesn't... Hold on a minute now. Let me just make sure I'm not, like, going completely insane here. Yeah, no, he does... Yeah, he doesn't have his EZA and Global yet. So, you know, but either way, out of any of the 120s, or the Vegito Blue or Rose, whoever you pick, you're not going to lose out on. So those are my thoughts on who you should pick with the purple and the red stones. Again, would I recommend you buy the purple stones just to get units like this? No, definitely not, because the units here are mid. I mean, sure, these 120s are absolutely insane, but the rest are mid, you know, except for the Broly, obviously, and the Gohan, but, you know, I don't think it's worth spending that much money just to get, like, one copy of an LR, or, like, you know, one copy of one of these mid Dokkan Fest exclusives. Now, if you want to buy it once, that's not the worst thing, because these units are actually really good, which is funny how that works. The cheaper units are the best units, in my opinion. Yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys gonna who you picking with the red stone? Are you gonna buy any of the purple stones? And if you do, who do you think you're gonna pick? And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys are enjoying the 6th anniversary so far, even though it's only been out like a couple hours technically at the time of recording. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next 6th anniversary video.